Bien,
Hola,
bien,
Diego.
bien, Cos. ¿Me oyes?
Bien.
Sí, probando, hola.
Hola, sí, bien.
Sí.
Excellent. Oh, yay! Christiane's back. Hi, we've missed you.
I know. My work has been so insane lately,
Oh,
but
I can't.
You can't hear them?
I can't hear them.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently
Oh.
I can't hear you guys. That's the price we're paying for this.
Trade-off.
Oh,
You
okay.
Just do your own thing.
Okay. Well, hi. I'll like get this all set up, and we can say our hellos and all of that after the class. Okie dokie. I'm going back to the class we did 2 weeks ago. Just in case it's familiar, the music is familiar to you. I just really enjoyed the flow of that class, and I felt like we got some nice slow work going, some good flow going. Yeah. So we are we good to start? Okie dokie, it's 4:20. Usually I would make a joke about marijuana, but this is very professional here at the Worldwide Ballet Coast. Okay, this looks like I'm about to take attendance or something. We have Eleonora, we have Christiane, Walter, we have Adelaide, we have Leela, Yuki, amazing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start as per usual with our bounces and breathings. So again, shoulders over hips, soles of the feet together, hands on ankles or shins, and we're gonna contract and bounce over, really trying to create that length in the spine, crown of the head towards your feet. We're gonna bounce for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna release 2, come up, 2, extend for 2, and open for 2, contract and bounce for 8, 4. These are very slow bounces with this music, so don't be shocked. You'll really get to feel almost this crunching position. Actually, really quickly, I did a Zarely home workout, and it was based on this, and what I did that really, I think, helped people find the the activation of the abs was I brought my legs up, and then I did the piking contraction bounces from here. So this is really where you want to be feeling it. Yes, very nice. Yes. So it's much less about, this and more about that. Okay? So bounce in second, release 2, up 2, extend front and flex the feet. Bounce for 8. 1, 2, come up, 2, rotate, bring your arms to demi-second, cross your ankles and exhale. And we're gonna do the breathings on 2 4 times. And then we're gonna do the breathings on 4 just twice. So you can do the pressing through with the hips for those 4 count breathings, or you can just keep your fingertips on the ground and do the high release there. Okay? So starting soles of the feet together, 8 bounces. 2, up 2, transition. 8 bounces in second, transition. 8 bounces in parallel with the feet flexed, transition. Breathing on 2 4 times, and then breathing on 4 2 times. We ready? Here we go. And I get to be the DJ this time. So super exciting. And I don't believe, let me see the beginning. Okay, this one starts right at the top of the music, okay? So get into your nice contracted position, gaze soft and forward, 2 feet past your own 2 feet. And get ready. Here we go. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Release forward. 1, 2. Come up. Extend to the front and open your legs. Contract over. 3, 5, 7, and 8. Release from the pelvis. Come up. Forward. And flex the feet and go. 1, 2. Belly button through the spine to the back wall. Release. Point your feet. Come up. Shoulders over hips. Turn out. Ankles together. Contract. Exhale. 1. Inflate your spine. In. Last one on 2. Here's the 4. 1, 2. Chest and head. Back to center, staying up even as you exhale. 1, 2. I'm going to press through on this one. That's it. Feeling nice and warm. Okie dokie. Now we're going to do, like I said, this is from 2 weeks ago. So we're going to do our spirals, and we're not going to add the front leg just yet. So we're going to start left ankle over right ankle, arms long, fingers extended. We're not starting in a contraction this time. We're simply going to be doing a spiral to the left in 2 counts, and then come back for 2 counts. Now we're going to go to the other side for 2 counts, and we're going to come back for 2 counts. We're going to do that 4 times. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7. For this last one, we're going to come back 7, and we're going to contract 8. And then we're going to do the same thing with the spirals. So that's going to be a 4 count spiral. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and center, 2, and exhale, contract. Other side, 1, and 2, 3, 4. Really taking the time for all of the movement. We're going to do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do the quick one. So that's 1, spiral 2, spiral 3, hold 4, center, and exhale for 2. Then the other side, 1 and 2 and 3, hold 4, release 5, center 6, and exhale 7 and 8. And yes, that's it. And then we're going to switch and do it to the other side. So we're going to do a lot of repetition today so that you guys can really start to feel the basics and like really feel the physicality of these movements, okay? So let's start. Left ankle crossed over right, heels lifted. And we're going to do just long fingers, demisecond. Make sure your arms are still engaged with your back. You don't want them to be like this. You want them to be there so that when you're spiraling, they're really staying around your spine. Okay? This is kind of a weird intro, so I'll play it for you once and then we'll do it. Here we go. Oh. So when the beat comes in, that's when we start. Excellent. Here we go. Sitting tall. 7, 8. 2, back to center. Other side. Back to center. 2 more. Really feeling the opposition in the hips and the shoulders. 7, exhale, 8. Here we go. 1, 2, don't arrive until 4. 4, then center. Exhale for the full 2 counts. Here we go. 2, keep spiraling till the 4. Center. Exhale. Now 2, 3, 4, center, 6, exhale. Last one in this count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. 1, spiral, spiral, keep lifting from your chest. Center, contract. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Saw some really beautiful things there. Is that Lily in a new space? Yes, it is. I was like, who's Galaxy J3? Excellent. Rock your hips out. Now we're going to do the same exact thing to the other side. Because repetition is muy bueno. Here we go. 1, 2, center. Left. Center. Make sure you're not adding any éclatement or bending at the waist. Just spiraling. Center and contract. Hips. We're gonna raise up the spine. Keep going till 4. Exhale for 2. 2, 3, 4, center. Exhale. See if you can get your fingertips onto your knee with that back. Spiral. Center. Exhale. Spiral so much that your fingertips are touching your knee. 6. Exhale. Here we go. 1. Spiral, spiral. High release. Center. Exhale. For 2. 1. High release. High release. Center. Exhale. Beautiful. I saw some really nice things, you guys. Let's do a little cambray slide and side. Make sure as you're trying to spiral more, you're not putting any weight in your hands. There should barely be touching. They should just be brushing your knees. Because if you do too much, yanking around, you're not going to be in the correct position. You're not going to be really using your abs. You'll be using your triceps and your delts, which we're not working those in that way yet. Okay, so we're going to do our open leg front. We're going to do both sides. So we're going to start, same as per usual, ankles crossed, and we're going to be in an exhale position as if we just finished the spirals. And you're going to bring your hip back like this and go up into a high, long spine and turning the head on 1. So that's going to happen 1. We're going to extend our legs out 2 with the arms, and then just the arms on 3. Hold 4. We're going to cross 5, up 6, pitch 7, 8. And remember, this is only about 4 inches from my waist, from my butt. So it's less of about a demisecond this way. This is actually another position that we might eventually get to in pretzel, but for now, it is in line with your spine. 7, 8. We're gonna step through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press the hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna contract slowly down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. We're gonna repeat that again. So that's 1, open, and open the arms. 3, hold 4. Cross 5, up 6, and 7, hold 8. Step on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, taking that whole 4 counts. Press the hips through. 1, or 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's the transition. I'm gonna move a little bit closer because I don't want to hit my head. So we're here. The first thing that's gonna happen is we're gonna contract, of course, because it's Graham. On the 1, you're gonna contract, your arms are gonna cross, you're gonna extend your legs. 2, and we're gonna open the arms. 3. So again, that's contract 1, arms up, legs out. 2, open. 3. We're still in contraction. We haven't done the high release yet. And then you're gonna switch your legs on 4. Yep. And then we're gonna do the high release. 5, circle arms. 6, and then we're gonna pitch. 7, 8. And then we're gonna immediately start to the other side. So again, that transition can be a little funky. Make sure your feet stay pointed. Weirdly enough, it actually helps keep your weight shooting that way, so it's less, you don't feel like you're falling backwards. So from here, you contract and bring your arms. 1, you extend your legs and your arms. 2, and you look up at the ceiling and embrace the sky. 3, and then you switch. 4, high release. 5, circle. 6, 7. And that's 1 and 2, open. 3, hold. 4, just one arm. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 2, 3, nothing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're gonna do a transition to finish. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's where we're gonna end. Okie dokie. It's all stuff you guys have done before. It's just in a slightly different order. Here we go. This next song is called Blues Clues, and I don't know why I find that super hilarious. And this is, the intro is da dun da dun 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 dum bum. It's really weird. I'll play it once for you. Again, it's when the beat comes in. Here we go. Let's start as if we finished our spirals, because we just did. Exhale, soft neck, beautiful Adelaide, beautiful Camille. And here we go. 1 and 4, 5, 6, 7. Step on it. 4 counts. Push your hips. One arm and over. Make sure everything starts with your hip. Here we go. Even this, the hip first. Contract. One arm and over. Transition. pitch. Step on it, 2. Up, reach to the ceiling, and try to stay up there. Arm back, and over, and again. Step on it. Up. Leave the arm as long as you can. Right elbow back, and over. Transition, hug yourself, and look at the sky. Switch. Beautiful. Very nice. Hannah, I saw some very, very good things. Make sure when you do the pitch, right before you do the transition, you're dropping your head and your back. And I'm sure that feels beautiful, but really once your head is here, it shouldn't go any lower. It should just pull back. Your back actually shouldn't leave its straight position. Yes, yes, that was very nice. Yes, and see, that actually helps let this arm float in front of the leg. Martha was very intelligent. She knew what she was talking about. Okay, we are gonna do our feet together contractions. This is gonna be a slow one. There's no introduction, but we're gonna start in a contraction, soles of the feet together, hands on ankles or shins, and we're gonna go forward for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Contract. Over. 3 and 4. And back to the starting position 4. So that was our center. Then we're going to do left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Contract over. 2, 3, 4. And back. 2, 3, 4. And then other side. 2, 3, 4. Release and pitch. 3, 4. Contract over. 2, 3, 4. And back. 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do the same thing in 2s. So over for 2. Release for 2. And over for 2. Come back. Shoulders over hips. And then to the side. So that's center, left, right. So the second time, over, and then back over. And then we're gonna do the syncopated one. So we're gonna do over for 2, release in 1 count, contract for 1 count, release for 2, 1 count over, 1 count back. So it's 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So over 2, release, contract, release for 2, and over. Other side, 1, 2, out, 1, 1, 2, over. And then we're gonna go back to the 2s and just do a center with a high release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just center, 5. Arms and gaze goes up 6. And we're gonna burst open 7. And that's where we're gonna finish. So 4, center, left, right. 2, center, left, right. Then we're gonna do the 2s with the syncopation. So again, that's over for 2, release for 1, contract 1, release for 2, contract. Okie dokie. Excellent, thank you, Walter. And like I said, there is no introduction for this one, so it's gonna start right away. We ready? Starting contractions, soft gaze forward, really engaging the abs. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, release. Use the whole music. Never stop moving. we jump on twos. Over for two, release, for two, back. To the left, contract, and back, over. Other side, over. Here we come with the syncopated over for two, release, one. Contract, release, for two, and over, and back. Over, for two, and spiral, contract, and spiral, and center. Over, for two, out, contract, out, and over. Center, finish. 3, 4, sit up, 5, arms, head, 7. And just hold that. Beautiful. Excellent, ladies. All my ladies, and Walter, of course. You guys are looking great. Make sure, just something to think about when you're doing the syncopated ones with to the side and the contraction, something that I like to think about without lifting this hip off the ground is thinking of bringing this shoulder, like if there was a magnet between this shoulder and this hip. So when you're doing that contraction, you're not coming back to center. You're really just like trying to resist it happening and then releasing it again. It's a slightly different feeling than what you get for the center. Yes, Hannah, that's good, but don't put your other shoulder forward, and don't actively do that. Make sure it's really happening. Yes, beautiful Adelaide, beautiful Christiane. Yes, yes, good Camille, good Eleanor, wonderful. Now we are going to do our deep stretches. There was an 8-count intro. We're doing this exactly the way we've been doing it for 12 weeks now. Oh boy. So starting in second position, heels on the ground, knees are straight, arms floating over the knees. Make sure they're up towards the ceiling. The thing that I used to always do, because I am, naturally very turned out, was as soon as I would contract, I would go like this. And part of the hard part of this is keeping, even in contraction, keeping the toes straight up and the knees straight up. It's a different feeling. Anyways, so we're gonna start. 1, 2, and over. 2, center, come up. 1, 2, over. 2, to the left, come up, over. Transition to the diamond. 1, 2, over. 2, center, left, right, transition. 1, 2, over. 2, center, and up. 1, 2, over. 2, left, and up. 1, 2, over. 2, other side, and up. And then in 1 count, everything comes together. 1, 2, over. 2, release. 2, come up. And then same to the left, same to the right. And we're going to finish in our nice spiral position, shoulder back. This hand is going to be floating up somewhere. We're not quite sure where yet, depending on how much you're spiraling. And you guys are going to hold it, and I'm going to look at you and see how pretty you are. Okay, so remember, last week I was talking to Daniel about when we're coming back, or when we're doing the pitching out, making sure that you're really keeping this hip on the ground. Otherwise, if it starts coming up, you're gonna start having back and hip problems. I'm happy to say that he's fine, he's not here today, but he had access to a studio and didn't want to join us. I'm kidding. Not about the studio access, but that he didn't want to join us. He's in the car right now. Anyways, shall we begin? Here we go. Like I said, there's an 8-count intro. This is Wallingford. Here we go. Make sure your legs aren't too far apart. And 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and over. Release. And over. Reach out. Even as you're coming up, keep reaching, keep spiraling. And over. Other side. Transition. And forward. Out. Really feel the negative space around you. Over. Feel lots of air between your elbows and ears. And over. Open and 1. And over. V for victory, because I have to say it now. Over. Left. Yes, beautiful, Lily. And over.
Give me a bit of a come on here, guys.
Reach with your right hand. Out. And together. And over. Front. Come back. Over. Spiraling. Keep it going. Over. Last one. Hold it. Keep spiraling. Keep lifting up through your spine. Keep it going. Keep going up, 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 up. Yes. Very nice. Beautiful, Camille. Okay, you guys rest. Camille, that was stunning. I saw you reaching out, and I love, love, love the applaud you were giving. Make sure when you're coming back, though, that it comes back to the straight side. I know that was confusing the way I was saying it. Yes, yes. Now bring your head. So you're here, and then when you come back, make sure everything comes back to center. So you're almost looking directly through your elbow. Yes, yes. Wonderful. So you have the nice aplatama hanging position when you're out, and then when you come back, it's all very statuesque. And I look like I'm about to do John Q. Okay. Beautiful. We're gonna do turns around the back. And there's an 8-count intro with this one. We're gonna do both sides. How exciting. So get on your right hip or whatever hip you would like to do. Bend your top leg, heel towards your butt. Make a nice little square. And we're gonna spiral around. Make sure your front foot is on the walk. That was something actually, Adelaide, that I noticed, I think it was last week. Your foot tends to like to stay in a pointed position, and you really like feel free to like almost push that heel through. If you're having pain there, just ignore me, but that way you can really, it helps with the articulation in the hips. So here it's nice and lifted and pointed, and then when you come back, it's nice and flexed. Kind of like a tandu, except you don't actually extend your leg. Yes. Cool. Wonderful. We're gonna start spiral towards the back leg. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, head 4, hips waist, shoulders, head, hips, waist, shoulders, head, hips, waist, shoulders, arm floats up. So that's 2 in 4 counts. This one is going to be 2, but just in 1 count. So it's going to go 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and then we're going to add the other arm. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and. If you get confused, just watch Lily. She generally does the counts for this better than I do. So then we're going to go back to the slow counts. 1, 2, 3, head 4, and we're going to pitch forward for 2 and up for 2 and over for 2, painting the wall with our arms, coming to our back leg, and then out 5, 6, 7, 8, come back 1, 2, 3, head 4, over 5, 6, up, and over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Instead of coming back and doing the finish and the pitch, we have an 8 count transition to go to the other side. And we're going to start the same thing. So that's going to be a 4 counts with no arms twice, then 1 count with 1 arm, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Then we're going to slow down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 2, up for 2, stretch for 2, come back for 2, and reach for 4. Coming back 1, 2, around for 2, over 2, up 2, stretch 2, back 2, and reach for 4. And that is it. Okie dokie. Can I see some thumbs up? We good? Walter's always ready to give me a thumbs up. It makes me very happy. Okay, so front foot on the walk. Make sure you're not, as you're pointing your foot and coming around, you're not going on your knee. Your knee doesn't go down until you pitch forward. That's the only time your knee's allowed to touch, and your upper thigh, actually. Okie dokie, there's an 8 count intro. Here we go. I don't know what's happening. Oh, here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Hip, waist, shoulders, shoulders, and head. Very nice. Close the arm up and head. Here we go. One, and back, and add the other one. Back, slow. 2, 3, and 4. Pitch. Really dance this part. Over. Spiral back. And reach out. Feel that long cervix. Popping back. 2, and around. Pitch. Arms up. Spiral. Contracting. 6. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Yes. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Very quickly, Christiane, when you're doing the reach out, hold on. When you're doing the reach out, unlike, I know I say first arabesque, but unlike ballet, we're actually trying to spiral so much that our shoulders are almost flat. So I guess it's more of a, yes, beautiful. And that'll also help. I know that you have some back and hip issues like I do. When you do this, that'll bring your weight actually more into like on your spiraling leg. And so you're less likely to grip and have things start hurting. Yes, beautiful. Very nice. Great. And really quickly, Adelaide, I know I could see you like thinking about the correction I just gave you. Make sure when you come back from this, that you're opening this front foot again into that 90 degrees. What was happening is you were coming back and you were here instead of here. Yes. And then come back. Yeah. So when you come back, you can like readjust everything. You're allowed to move. Like you're allowed to move your knee back to be straight in front, and you're also allowed to have this come back a little bit. Yeah. Yes, yes. And then you can still spiral around your same, yes, beautiful. Okay, here we go. You ready for some back leg extensions? With our full on sassy arm developments. We'll start in our 4th positions. We get 2 counts of 8 for our intro. And we're gonna start here, 1. Hold 2, extend, 1. Hold 2, and spiral for 2, coming back for 2. We'll do that twice. Next development, out 1, hold 2, and 1st, and 5th, and spiral with the arm in 2nd, back twice. Then we're gonna do 1, hold 2, and 1st, and 5th, contract away from the ceiling. We're gonna start spiraling around on 6, 7, and 8. So if you really wanna break that down, because there's a lot of things happening in that moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we're gonna contract on 5. Your knee is softening. You're gonna spiral on 6. You're gonna bend your knee on 7. And then you're just gonna come back on 8. So you have one thing to think about for each count. So we're gonna do that twice. And then we're gonna do one arm. 1 and 2, 3. Hold 4, 1 arm, 2 arms, and open. And then 1 and 2, 3. Hold 4, 1 arm, 2 arms, and open. So something that I talked a little bit about last week is when you're doing the double arms with the twist, make sure that you do one, your leg doesn't extend until the and two. Because that at that point your back hand is actually on the ground. So you're not like trying to balance. So again, from here, that's 1 and 2, 3, hold 4, 1 arm, 2 arms, and open. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 arm, 2 arms, and open. And then we're gonna add it with the front leg. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 arm, 2 arms and leg, and spiral back. And then 1 and 2, back, and 1 arm, arms and legs, and open. And then we're gonna do 1 and 2, and finish on 1. Okie dokie. So we have, we'll do each development twice. So that's first one, 1, 2, 1, 2, spiral, back 2. Twice, and then with the front leg extension, twice into the position. We're gonna just have just 4/8 to kind of chill, go to the other side. The music gets really quiet, and at the end of quiet music is when we start for the other side. So, you guys are down. Okay, we have.
Guys, 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, guys. See, got frozen. We're gonna be back soon. I'm gonna try to call them. This is what happened with the Wi-Fi, you know? We have no control of the situation, guys. 1 second. One second.
Mute me.
Oh, there you go.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
Yes, don't worry. Okay.
Our internet here sucks.
Vamos.
Can you guys hear me okay? Yes? Okay. So go onto your hip. We're going to start in 4th position. Spiraling back. 2 8 counts of intro. Come on. Here we go. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 7, 8, 1. Extend, float the arm. Make a line. Come back again. 1. Extend. Spiral, reach your back toes out. And back. 1. First, hip. Spiral. Coming back. 1. First and fifth. Spiral from the back. Here we go. First and fifth. Hold, push away, spiral around, bend your leg. 1. First and fifth. Anna's having some puppy issues. Here we go. 1 and 2. Look. 1 arm, 2 arms. Look back. 1 and 2. Back. 1 arm, 2 arms. Open. Here we go. go. Float it up and spiral. Coming back. 1. Keep the leg turned out. And back in 1 count. First, fifth, around. Coming back. 1. First, fifth, around. Here we go. 1. First, fifth. Now push the ceiling away. Spiral back. Leg, arm. 1. First, then fifth. Spiral. Here we go with the big arm. Back. 1 arm, 2 arms, and open to the back. 1 arm, 2 arms. Look. Elbow back. Arms and open. Here we go. Back. 1 arm, arms and legs. Just head and arm. Last time. And look. 1 arm, 2 arms, legs. Back. Here we go for the finish. And 2. Look. Very nice. Beautiful. You guys are looking great. You might be able to add on to that. There's a whole like butt spin and contracting to the floor and writhing. It's great. Okay, we're not doing that today, I promise. And I just lost my class. Here we go. We're just gonna do our long leans. So starting in second position, knees on the floor, heels on the floor, arms in a second position with our palms facing down. We're gonna start flex, bending the knee, and drawing the elbow up. 1, hold 2. We're gonna spiral for 2, and we're gonna throw it out for 2, and we're gonna hold it for 2. And then the other side, 1, 2, spiral, 2, open, 2, hold, 2. We're gonna do that 4 times, really slow. And open, and hold, and 1, and 2, and open. Keep holding, and then we're gonna do it like we usually do. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. Then 8 times, 2 counts. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4 more. Here we go. And then we'll do the center slower. 1, 2, center. 1, 2, center. 1, 2, center. Then the last one, 4. We're gonna finish. I'll just repeat a correction I gave last week. Make sure that when you're coming up for the high release, especially from this particular position, unlike in ballet where we often come from the center to open our arms, for this particular high release, you want to think about it coming from your chest and almost like rippling up, and then your arms are the last development. So it's almost going to look like you're like pulling yourself through, except your elbows won't drop as much as that. Yes. That was beautiful, Christiane. Don't drop your neck too much. Yeah. But yeah, have it be beautiful, Leela. Yeah. Very nice. Beautiful, Lily. Beautiful, Adelaide. Very nice. Shall we start? So like I said, it starts very slowly. So make sure when you're holding this, especially for the longer count, that you're really thinking of pulling this hip down. This is coming up and out. It's not coming this way. That's gonna hurt your back. It's gonna hurt your hip. And so you're really thinking about lengthening out. If you're finding it too hard to keep your back hip on the ground, don't go so far over. Think of it more up and out on a diagonal. because I don't want you to, that was beautiful, Adelaide, very nice. Because I don't want you guys to lose this just by like trying to get out there. I really want you to feel that length and the opposition coming out. So don't compromise that feeling for drama. It'll be dramatic enough, I promise. Okay? There is no intro for this one. Here we go. Done. And hold. Okay, that's what it's gonna sound like. Start from the beginning. Here we go. Arms in second position. Get ready to pull your knee up. Spiral and reach. Keep reaching and spiraling. 1. And spiral. Reach out. 1. Spiral. Reach. Keep reaching. Don't hold your hips. Last one. Reach. Point your toes. Yes. 1. Spiral. Out. 1. Spiral. Out. 1. Spiral. Out. And 1. Spiral. And out. Over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Through the center. 1, 2, just 1. Jump through your chest. 2 more. And up. Last one, and we finish. Yes. Very nice. Beautiful. That was, I'm noticing you guys are making sure your arms are coming from your back and up. They're not drooping. So thank you very much for remembering that correction. Makes my life a lot easier. Okay, we're gonna do our pleadings. And don't kill me, but this one's the really, really, really slow ones again. So, lay down, let everything relax. Palms of your hands on the floor. You can close your eyes if you want, just don't fall asleep. And we're gonna contract and push our Spider-Man hands towards our feet for 2, and relax for 2. Contract 2, relax for 2. So we'll do that 4 times. And then we're gonna do the pleadings on 4 twice. 1, 2, head up 3, and 4, over 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, head doesn't leave the ground until 3, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna do the 8s, which is really, really slow. And I remember Lily being like, are you serious? This is this slow? So, yes, it is this slow. We're gonna contract 2. Think of it in the same way as doing the 4s. Your head doesn't leave the ground until 3. So 1, 2, up 3, 4, 5, 6, open 7, 8. And then we're gonna contract back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your head's the first thing to touch, and then you relax. 8. Make sure when you're coming up for the ones that are side to side, as you're coming up, you're thinking about your arms continuing to be parallel to the ground. So you're not gonna, yes, Camille, beautiful. Very nice, Adelaide. So you're gonna come up, you're not gonna be coming up like this. You're gonna be coming up like this. And that's gonna really help you feel it in your abs and also transfer your weight up and over. Okay? Yes, Leela. I know the balance gets a little bit funny sometimes, but I promise you'll find it. Okay? So on 2, 4 times. On 4, 2 times. On 8, 2 times. Fini. Okay, let me do my cat is being really cute right now. He's twitching, it's really adorable. Let me see I don't think there's a intro. It'd be helpful if I could actually hear it. Yeah. So no intro. Here we go. Hand. 2, release. Just the abs. Last one. 4, 2, head up. 1, head up. 3. Here we go for the 8s. 1, 2, head up. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, open your arms in. Coming back. 2, keep reaching them out. 5, 6, other side. 2, 4, and open. Here's your rest. And come back. Head, relax. Very nice. Saw some very nice things. Christiane, darling, you're making it way harder on yourself than you need to. When you're coming up, you're great. But what's happening when you're coming down for the spiral one, you're pitching with your back head and you're arching. And you don't want to do that. That's not fun. So you're still going to be, like, think about it contracting down like this. No, contract, down here. I know, it's weird. And then just like kind of releasing your neck. Yes, beautiful. Yes. So you should be feeling it long here. You shouldn't be feeling it inching in your thoracic. Yes, reach your arms up. Keep reaching towards your feet. Yes. It's a lot to think about. That was very, very nice. Beautiful, Adelaide. I don't know if you guys can see her, but she is doing exactly what I would like, which is floating up and down while staying on one hip. And that is really gonna get your obliques and it's gonna work. Yes, beautiful, Camille. Yes, very nice. Yes. Wonderful. Okay, now we're gonna do the exercise on 6 and then we're done, I promise. Here we go. Knees, hip distance apart. If they come a little more open during the combination, that's fine. Flat back, hands resting by our heels. And we're gonna go contract for 2, coming shoulders over hips. If you want to rotate your arms in, I generally do that on my heels for the 2. And then push your hips forward for 2, contract for 2, and through, and 1 and 2. We're going to do that through the whole music. I think it's 6 or 7 sets. And it's going to be a wonderful workout for your hamstrings and your quads, and you're gonna feel very tired, hopefully. You ready? It starts right away, I believe. So here we go. And 2, back. And back. Hips through. Contract. And through the spine. Contract. Release. Just the spine. Bring your shoulders over your hips. And through. Contact. Push your hips. Contract. Through the spine. Release. If you need to stop, that's okay. Push your hips. Beautiful, Lily. Through. Contract. Release. Make sure you're not sitting on your heels, you're still holding your quads. Contract. Release the spine. Contract. Release. Beautiful. Very nice, everyone. Wait, we're done, but let me get it so that I can actually hear you guys. Oh. You guys can unmute yourselves and say hey.
I love that. I don't know what was different, but like it was really good.
Excellent. I'm so glad. Yeah, sometimes going back and repeating a class, it's helpful to get more into it. You're not like, what's the step?
Yeah, the slower tempo was like really good for like the contractions. I felt like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm so glad. It was so weird seeing you in a different place.
Yeah.
Where is she? Oh, wait, there she is. Oh, hi, Eleonora. Beautiful as usual.